God created a wonderful world and takes care of the sustenance of all his creations. As it is written, you open your hand and satisfy every living thing. Its desire. The Lord has forbidden theft. Before God brought the flood to the world, it is written in the Torah, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth has become full of violence because of them. Behold, I am destroying them from the earth. The sages say that violence refers to theft, and the decree against the generation of the flood was sealed solely because of theft. We have a principle that the value of a small coin is the same as that of 100. Theft is prohibited, whether it involves a large sum of money or a small one. Even taking a bag from a store where you are not making a purchase is forbidden. The sages said that this was the practice of the generation of the flood. A person would walk with a basket full of legumes, and someone would come and take just one, worthless than a small coin, something so insignificant that it couldn't even be claimed in court. Each person took just a little, but collectively they emptied the basket. In the 10 Commandments, it is stated, "You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male servant, or his female servant, or his ox, or his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor." The Torah prohibits not only the act of theft, but also coveting, which means enticing oneself, also through agents, to persuade someone to sell an object or to leave their spouse so that another may marry her. These are things that lead to theft and adultery, and the Torah has forbidden them. The prohibition against theft applies both towards individuals and towards banks or large corporations. For example, riding on public transportation requires payment, and using it must be authorized. Do not say, "This person is already so rich. What difference does it make if I take a little from him?" The Lord gives and enriches, and he knows why he chose to entrust money to a certain individual rather than to you. Do not take the law into your own hands. The sages of Israel have taught us that a person's soul naturally craves theft and immortality, and the Torah has been very strict regarding both. Additionally, sustenance is often accompanied by feelings of anxiety. There is desire on one side and fear on the other. What then should a person do to overcome their desires and anxieties? They should remember that the Lord created them and that he is capable of providing for all their needs. They should keep in mind the words of the prophet Jeremiah. "Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord. The Lord shall be his trust, for he shall be like a tree planted by the water, and by a rivulet spreads its roots, and will not see when heat comes, and its leaves shall be green, and in the year of drought will not be anxious, neither shall it cease from bearing fruit."